A few months ago, I quit my job, sold everything I owned, married my girlfriend, and went to India to become a yogi. But instead, I ended up traveling through India and arm wrestling tons of people.
Ready, go!
Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Raphael. Now, the whole story of what happened in India is something for future videos. But in this one, I want to tell you how the traveling arm wrestler was born and what I plan to do with this channel. It's a long story of trial and error and of my search for meaning in life. It's a bit crazy, but maybe you can relate to parts of it or extract some meaning from it. About a year ago, my girlfriend and I were living a very normal life in a small town in Upper Austria. Our beautiful cat had just died, but other than that, everything seemed perfect. We had solid jobs, a nice big apartment, we had a car, we had hobbies, we had stability. But inside, something wasn't feeling quite right. You see, for years we've been trying to optimize our lives, make everything as perfect as possible so that we would finally feel happy and fulfilled and satisfied, always thinking this next thing would get us there. So when we had a small apartment in the city, we thought we needed a bigger apartment on the countryside. When we had that, it was like, yeah, let's decorate it nicely and then we'll finally get there. When that was done, I was like, yeah, but the balcony is still empty. If I just fix up the balcony, then we'll have all this beautiful space to relax and enjoy life. Fixed up the balcony, ended up not even using it that much. Usually we came home from work too tired and exhausted to really do anything meaningful in our spare time. So I figured maybe I should sleep outside more. It's more natural, right? I'll get more oxygen and feel better and more energized. And that didn't help, just made me even more tired somehow. Maybe I just need to get stronger at arm wrestling or meditate twice a day and do more yoga. Maybe the tap water wasn't good for us, so we got this fancy reverse osmosis system to get clean water. Maybe I just need this one special supplement for my liver so it'll detoxify better and I'll feel better. We were on this endless path of self-improvement and self-optimization, not realizing that it wasn't leading anywhere. I kept telling myself, that's just who we are, always in motion, always changing. We should be happy, we have these solid jobs, we have good food, we have all these comforts. But eventually we realized that we were stuck. We were stuck in this endless cycle of working, renting, and consuming. It was like a comfortable cage that we had built for ourselves, and we desperately wanted a way out. Searching for relief, I turned towards spirituality. I read the autobiography of a yogi by Paramhansa Yogananda, and I was deeply moved by that book. So deep, in fact, that I was ready to accept the author of the book, Yogananda, as my guru and kind of hand over my life to him. Problem was, he had been dead for the past 70 years, but his students had founded groups that I could visit and join. So motivated by that, we decided to do a 3-week trip to India in the fall of 2024 in order to get initiated into Kriya Yoga and follow the path of Yogananda. And that was something very big for us because we had never been outside of Europe before. Around the same time, I discovered this German bikepacking YouTuber, and I got completely addicted to that feeling of freedom that I got from watching his videos. And I was extremely impressed by his courage to just leave everything behind and just start traveling. So that was the first time I started fantasizing about quitting everything and starting a traveling lifestyle myself. At that point, I had been in the sport of arm wrestling for a couple of years. Ever since I discovered it during the pandemic, it's been a big part of my life. I just love that intensity and that raw feeling of strength you get when you arm wrestle someone. So I had this, in my mind, very unique idea of somehow combining traveling and arm wrestling, documenting it on YouTube, and eventually being able to earn a living that way. My first big plan was born. Traveling Europe on my e-bike with a trailer big enough to carry my arm wrestling table so that I could take it with me and then either arm wrestle random people on the streets and do fun challenges or find other arm wrestlers through an app called Armbet. Imagine like a bikepacking / arm wrestling adventure. How cool is that, right? I got completely obsessed with that idea, bought a trailer, modified my table to fit inside the trailer, even put solar panels on top, did some test rides, and I pretty soon realized it wasn't gonna work. It was cool on paper, but the trailer was way too heavy, it was too bulky, too cumbersome, so I dropped the idea for now. Meanwhile, as the trip to India was moving closer, something shifted and we started getting this strong feeling that it might end up being a life-changing experience. Coming back to our old lives after just 3 weeks started to feel wrong. We wanted to have the option to stay longer, so we both quit our jobs. We were still plagued by the question of how to make money after coming back from India. So exactly 1 month before the flight, we had this wild idea of, what if we don't come back? Give up everything. Not one day, but right now. We'd already quit our jobs, so why not go all in, end the lease on our apartment, sell everything and just leave. No plan B. And that's exactly what we did. In just 30 days, we sold everything we owned, the car, the furniture, everything we had worked so hard for, and it felt amazing. With every piece we got rid of, we started feeling lighter and freer. I even sold all of my arm wrestling gear, expecting to never arm wrestle again. It was a massive effort, but somehow we pulled it off. And in those 30 days, we also spontaneously decided to get married. Next, we bought backpacks and started packing for India. And then came the hard part, saying goodbye to friends and family, not knowing if or when we'd see them again. We had no idea what India had in store for us, but we were ready and excited. So with just our backpacks and a lot of faith, we landed in the vibrant chaos of Kolkata. In the next videos, I'll share what we experienced in India, unexpected friendships, our changing relationship with spirituality, the dangers of Indian street food, and the fateful return of arm wrestling into my life. So guys, I'm completely new to this YouTube thing, figuring it out as I go, but I think I finally found my thing and I have big plans for it. If you found the story interesting, or if you're curious about what happened in India, or if you just want to see a guy travel around and arm wrestling people, then I would be super happy if you subscribe to the channel so we can experience this adventure together. See you in the next video.